Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Melanie. Today's video has come about from a request I had. So thank you to the person who requested this video. And I thought it would be a good video to make, as I know that this aspect of the journey can be something that many divine feminine can struggle with, because discovering that your divine masculine doesn't go through the process at the same time, so therefore there will be a delay once you have reached inner union, can feel frustrating and disheartening. And it can cause you to feel impatient because you won't want to have to wait once you have reached inner union for your divine masculine to go through their process before you can come into physical union. And so I want you to understand that if you are feeling like this, if this is causing you to feel any of those fear-based emotions and challenged by this, then what this means is you're in the mind, because your focus is on physical union and time, being concerned about there being a delay or time lag, and how you will have to wait for them to go through their process before you can come into physical union. How you will have to wait to be with your divine masculine. Your emphasis is on physical union and concerning yourself with how it will play out in the physical. Because it is only when you are coming from the mind that you will be concerning yourself about anything to do with the physical aspect, because the mind can only understand and sees everything in duality. And in duality, there is time and space. So it causes you to see your divine masculine as separate to you and causes you to be concerned about time. Your mind lives in the past and the future, and so it will cause you to look ahead to the time of physical union, having expectations of when it will happen and how, what it will feel like, causing you to have an attachment to the outcome of physical union. And also hence why you will be feeling those fear-based emotions from the egoic mind. You will see time as a hindrance and become frustrated, impatient, panicky, and can also cause you to feel disheartened and challenged that you have to wait to get to where you want to be in physical union. But what is actually happening here is that you are blocking yourself from progressing on the journey, because you are getting caught up in the mind, causing you to focus on physical union and to feel disheartened and challenged by the time delay and the prospect of having to wait. And you will most probably be believing that this is the most important part of the journey, because you are not seeing the bigger picture and understanding that although physical union is an important part, it's not the most important part. It's just one part of the whole journey, and that all parts of this journey are as important and significant as another. You are concerned about the delay and finding the time lag challenging, because it is only when you are in the mind that time becomes an issue, and the belief that your divine masculine is separate to you feels real. But you have to let all that go. You have to let go of the belief that your divine masculine is separate to you and believing that time is an issue. And you have to allow yourself to see beyond the physical form of the divine masculine or being with them in the physical. You have to see the bigger picture. And this applies to any time during the journey, whether that be concerning yourself about them now, with any aspect of their lives, or looking to the future, to the outcome of physical union. And you achieve that by establishing and building a connection with your soul, because this is a spiritual awakening that you are having, and this is a spiritual journey of the one soul, where you are the divine feminine energy or aspect of this one soul. And when your divine masculine came in, they came in to wake you up so you could set off on this journey first, because as the divine feminine energy, you are the spiritual twin. And because this is a spiritual journey, you go first. And through establishing and building a connection with your soul, you discover that You are so much more than the mind and body and the person who you thought you were. And through doing the inner and shadow work to cleanse, purge, let go of and heal, you remember who you truly are and what you have come here to do. So you can reclaim your power and sovereignty. And you begin to realize that it's not about you understanding this journey from the mind, but from the soul. Because the limited mind will never understand this journey, and you will never see your divine masculine anything but separate to you, and therefore never be able to get to a place where you know you and your divine masculine are one. Because when you are connected to your soul, you don't feel separate to your divine masculine, and time isn't an issue because you know that you are already one, and you realize that there is only the now moment. So there is no urgency or necessity for a particular outcome in the physical, or to feel challenged about having to wait for that particular outcome. And so always remember that because this is a spiritual journey of the one soul, as you are the divine feminine, you lead this journey because you are the spiritual twin. Because the divine feminine energy is the more spiritual energy, and that's because the divine feminine energy resides in the top 3 chakras, which are connected to your higher consciousness, the divine, infinite wisdom. And it's because of this that you are more awake than your divine masculine and intuitive, and why you are more drawn to beginning the healing process and connecting with your soul. And it's through the healing process and you establishing and building a connection with your soul more and more that you are able to align with your soul, ascend and come into union. The divine feminine has to go first because you are not 2 different souls with 2 different soul frequencies. You are the same soul and so share the same frequency, but are 2 different aspects of the same soul. And your divine masculine is the one who is very much rooted in the physical, and they have to be, because a big part of the divine masculine's role is to anchor this connection into the physical world once they have gone through their process. And so if you are concerned about the delay and time lag between your awakening and your divine masculine's awakening, and getting maybe frustrated and feeling challenged by this, understand and know that it has to happen this way, because as the divine feminine, you are the spiritual twin. And so you are more equipped, if you like, to go through this process first. And you become the guiding light, helping your divine masculine on an energetic level through being connected energetically and by going through the process first. And it's because of this that your divine masculine will be activated into having an awakening by sensing your progress. But it won't be at the same time or in the same way, because the divine masculine is the physical twin. And for them, they will experience this process in a physical way or a physical sense. However, always remember, when you reach inner union, although you would welcome seeing your divine masculine and coming into physical union, you no longer see this as the most important part of the journey. Your divine masculine and physical union is no longer the focal point of your attention. You no longer feel a sense of urgency or yearn and long to be with them or miss them. And so the time lag or delay about coming into physical union is no longer an issue for you, because you are in a place where you feel fulfilled, whole, and at peace. And you know that you and your divine masculine are one, and always have been, and always will be. So if you are interested in having some help, guidance, and support on your journey, and think some one-to-one coaching would help, then head over to my website and check out the details of my one-to-one coaching, along with my free discovery call for anyone wanting to check out if coaching is for you before booking a one-to-one session and to share your story. Anyway, that's all from me today. Many thanks for watching. Much love. Blessed be.